back to your second video about helping to strengthen the upper back and stretch and open the chest and get the head back. So this video that I just made for a lovely woman who is a professional violinist really needs to get the upper back strengthened. So this is the second video dedicated to her home practice, and I think you'll gain a lot from opening the chest in this video as well as getting the head back. So we're going to start in all fours position, taking the hands right underneath the shoulders. So you want to have the body in all fours so that the knees are directly under the hips to prepare for cat-cow pose. Now cat stretch is really easy, but for many people they don't quite get the movement of the shoulders. So I want to really demonstrate. What you're doing here in all fours is you keep the elbows soft, so the eyes of the elbows, that part right there, stays rotated in. Because as women, we'll have a tendency to hyperextend. It's a different radial ulna joint, elbow joint. So when you have that position, you're going to be in the best position to do this, to press the shoulder blades forward, so it's like you're drawing them forward, and then that arcs the back. And you get more movement in through the upper back. Now the head falls, so it just falls right, not off, but falls off the spine. And then you breathe in and you come to a neutral spine, but you tip the bum up, so you're gonna arc the back. And then you exhale and round again. And it feels like you're pressing, well, you press the tops of the feet down into the floor. And then you breathe in again and gaze straight ahead. And arc the back and tip the bum up, and then exhale and round. So you're going to round the spine, press the tops of the feet down, and then again breathe in, gazing ahead, shoulder blades are down, and then here we go again, exhale and round the spine, and then come onto a flat back position. Now the next nice pose is to pull the arms forward for child's pose, and then to stretch the fascia at the bottom of the feet, and this can really help with plantar fasciitis. You draw the tailbone back, release the forehead to the floor. And just a note while we're doing this about plantar fasciitis. As the name implies, anything that you are, you guys just stay in child's pose and I'll show you any. You can look up at the video. This is plantar flexion. So plantar flexion is when you point your toes and you come up like this. And we do it every step, right? So every step we plantar flex. So plantar fasciitis is really painful because all of the fascia, that is the saran wrap at the bottom of the feet, gets inflamed. And anytime you hear itis, you know there's inflammation, plantar fasciitis. So the fascia is all inflamed. The inflammation is keeping compression, right? Every time you press your foot down, for example, when you're running, it's 3 times your body weight. But I digress. You want to make sure that you can do this, plantar flexion. So plantar flexion coming up on the balls of the feet is very important. So when we do child's pose, you are really getting a good plantar flexion, and then you can further it by doing this. Come back up, and then take the hands under. I'll get my pants out of the way. I'll just take my pants off here, and then really tuck the toes under, and come into a cat round back like this. So you're going to round the spine and tuck the shin. Now you're getting a really good stretch in through the plantar area, and you round back into cat round. And stay there and breathe in and out. So you're going to walk the hands forward to slide the shoulder blades down and tuck the chin. So you're breathing into the low back, getting lots and lots of space in between the shoulder blades. And breath. And then you can come on up to all fours. I hope that was great. And then to stretch in through the feet more, you can then take the hands forward, stretch the heel out, and then roll on the outside blade edge of that foot, and you're going to press the heel out, and then turn to the right and take the right arm up and let all the way travel through that back right foot to the outside of it. And then you're going to take the hand, turn the thumb down, palm is out, thumb down, and then you take the elbow back, you push into the ground to turn to the right. Keep the chin in slightly so you get a nice length in through the back of the neck, and push into the ground to rotate. And you're reaching right out from the top of the head, and you keep pressing that left foot out. And then breathe in, take the shoulder back, come up, and then come on down, and bring that left knee in. And then we'll take the right heel out, really tuck the toes, press into that heel, rotate onto the outside of that right foot, push into the ground, take the left arm up, shoulder blade is back, and you're lifting up out of the waist, opening the chest and the shoulder, strengthening the upper back on this side, as well as the arm and shoulder, tricep. And then you take that arm back, return to all fours position. And then from there, tuck the toes under, arc the back, look ahead, and really tip the bum bones up. Now we're gonna come into a strong forward bend. So you're gonna downward dog the legs up, lift and lengthen, and pull the bum bones back. So you're really sending the heels back, and you can let your head fall. So you're really lengthening through the spine. Now, as you pull the bum bones back, let the head dangle, gently turn side to side, breathing. And then you can gaze up and come up onto the tiptoes, and then step the feet forward to the hands. That's a big one. In breath, come halfway up, so you really reach out from the spine, and you're lifting out from here. The bum bones draw back, and then you exhale and fold forward, and it's perfectly fine to bend the knees a lot to get here. And then you're going to breathe in and bring the arms up and out to the side. So you're opening through the chest, and then you can take the hands behind the head, press the elbows back, keep drawing the rib cage in, so you want to keep the body drawing in this way, and press the head back against the hands, and then press the hands into the head. So isometric, press into the head, press the head back, push against each other, drawing the chin in and back, and keep the rib cage drawing in. This is an active, constant press. And then you keep the head pressing back, and you're going to bend over to your left side. So you're going to keep the elbows coming back as you lift, press the head back, open the rib cage, breathing. And then you can come on back up, lift, press the head back, open the chest, breathe in. Exhale over to the other side. Get a really nice lift of the rib cage. Keep pressing the head back, keep pressing the elbow back, lift up and out, and then you can come on back to the center. Okay, very nice. Now gazing up to where the ceiling meets the wall or to the ceiling. You want to come on an angle so you're not like this. Don't bring the head too far back. You want to have a diagonal on the chin. Keep pressing the hands into the head and the head into the hands. Now, at the same time, so head into the hands, pull the rib cage in. So you're going to really activate this area here. Head back, breath. And then extend the arms up and out, interlace the fingers, and take the hands down and send the wrists out. So you're lifting from the rib cage here. And then you're going to step the feet to the outside edge of the mat, and you'll lift up, gaze up, and then you exhale and you send the wrists over. And once again, send the wrists over towards the head side. We did this in the first one. So you're going to, first video, so you're going to send the wrists over, pull up from the inner thighs as you send the bum bones high. Keep that reach out of the rib cage, reach out of the crown of the head, and then look ahead, look up, breathe in, lift, coming all the way up as you send the wrist back and as you rise from the rib cage. And then you can release the hands. Okay, from there, step the feet just hip width apart. So the position of your feet is really good. It's really important and helpful and good to know that you want to have your feet parallel. So you're pressing on the base of the big toes. That kind of helps to anchor the foot. And you keep the heels rotated out so they're not like this. They're not rotated in. We have a tendency to be on one side. So you have the feet parallel. And then you're going to fold forward from the waist into forward bend. And you reach right out from the crown of the head. And you let the head dangle. And you can shift forward towards the fronts of the feet. And you pull up you pull the core in as you let the head dangle. And then you can gaze up, flat back, and then exhale, and one more time, fall forward. Now, again, my back, it took me 20 years to get here. My back is so tight. Feel free to have the hands here and to bend the knees and then to fall. And that'll just give you that orientation and that release in the low back by bending the knees. And then we're going to take the hands forward, so you're in a short downward dog. Now, step the knees back again. Come on to the knees. And then take the right hand down under the chin, push into the ground, and then draw that left arm up. And keep pushing the feet down to pull the tailbone down. And then taking that hand down, press the left hand down under the chin, breathe in, come up. Draw the right shoulder back, shoulder blade down the back, palm is out. Nice deep breath. And then you can come down. Now, we'll come into child's pose this way with the arms alongside the body. Release the forehead to the ground. Completely let go. Letting the shoulders fall forward. Stay with your breathing. And then very slowly draw back up. Okay? So, you're here, and now I want you to take the hands forward and take the legs back and lower the body all the way down to the ground. Take the hands right beside the chest and let the elbows pin into the body so you're not coming out. Press the feet out, reach them out one at a time to press the tops of the feet down. And then as you press into the palms, gaze ahead and see as you press your feet down if you can pull the pubic bone down. And as you gaze ahead, draw the elbows in. Keep pressing the hands into the ground and the elbows back, and stay with your breathing. Keeping the elbows coming down, so you're lifting up and forward. So here's the difference. You're not doing this. You're not pressing the shoulders forward to push up, like a push-up in exercise. Instead, you're sending the elbows down, gazing ahead, pressing the tops of the feet down, and rising forward with the chest. Now, I can really feel this through my low back because it's tight. So if there's too much compression feeling, like too much of a squeeze, then please lower, okay? Because I want you to feel like you're opening the front body in through the chest more. And then we take the hands alongside the body, move the hands down towards the feet, press the tops of the feet down, move the hands down as much as you can, interlace the fingers, we're getting stronger here. Send the wrists down, open the chest, whether we like it or not, and keep the breath. And then you can gently release and come down. Okay, take the hands one on top of the other, and then turn onto the cheek and let the weight of the head come down. So we're working on the upper mid-back right in here. This area is very rarely innervated, the fibers, the neurons, and it's the neural strength, the motor neurons in here that need to get fired up because they're rarely used. So I just want you to come into this position now, and we'll help to isolate that area. So you're going to press the forearms down, the elbows down, gaze ahead, lift from the rib cage. Now pull the heels in, flex the feet, pull the heels in tight, and press the knees down so the pubic bone lifts off the floor. Now tuck the pubic bone under, press into the elbows, and pull the heels into the body. Pull in actively, so you're going to press the elbows down. Breath, gazing ahead, breath, and then you can gently lower. Now take the hands beside the body. Breathe into child's pose, so come up gently, gently. Pull the bum bones back, knees and feet are apart, and palm the floor out there. And really reach out with the palms. And as the tailbone pulls back, good exhale, stretching there. And then you can come on up to kneeling position. Now, in your kneeling position, we'll take your left arm up, and you can have the knees together if that's okay. If it's a bit too much for the knees or ankles, then please sit on a pillow underneath. We'll take the left arm up, and you can coax that left elbow over. Take the hand down the back well, and I'm going to show you from the back side now. So you're going to take this left elbow up. You've got the elbow reaching back. Take the right hand down. The thumb is up. Now, it takes some finagling to get the elbow to reach back. So you might be here. You might use a towel or a strap, and you can pull towards each other. The plan is to send the hand down the back as much as you can, and to find whatever way you can to reach towards each other and press the elbows back, so you're opening the rib cage. And you keep the rib cage in so that this is what's happening. You're keeping the ribs in instead of arcing back. So that way you can keep the back supported, keep the breathing constant, and you keep the elbows pressing back the whole time. Stay with your breathing. Feeling the lift of the rib cage and breath. And then you might bend up out from that side. So we're doing the left elbow over to the right, lifting up as you press the elbow back, so not just over, but back as well, so you get a really good lift. And you keep the shoulders, both of them pulling back. And that'll happen from the elbows pressing back. You keep a really good lift. And then you can draw back. Come on back to your center. And then gently, release that left arm down. And then here we go. We're going to take the right arm up. So you take that right arm up, coax the elbow across, taking the hand further down the back, whatever can happen here. And then you take the other arm, the thumb comes up. So again, you might use a strap or a towel, taking the hands behind, moving the elbows back. Take your time here, because you often have to get over bra strap and fabric and t-shirt and all that stuff. So take your time to get the placement, to send the elbow back, and to lift from the rib cage. So you keep the breathing steady. You rise up and out from the waist, opening the chest, keeping the breathing, opening. Again, the elbow comes back as you lift from the rib cage. Breathing is steady. Come over to the left as you lengthen out of that right side of the body, keeping the elbow pressing back, both of them. So back and over. Keeping the breathing constant. Breath. And then you can draw back to your center. Good, now we're going to do hands to elbows. So you may be able to go into reverse prayer. That is a tall order if it's a bit much, but here's the plan. If you're working towards reverse prayer, which is this fancy one, you're bringing the hands together. You can work towards bringing the pinky up, and it's a huge stretch through the wrist. So you're basically seeing if you can work the wrist up, and then take the pinky to the pinky, and then you can fan in. And that's how it starts. That's how the reverse prayer starts. It can be way too much on the wrist or the shoulders at the front, because you're really rotating open, and that might be reduced from rotator cuff, neck, whatever. But the point is, as much as you can, work the elbows back, okay? So that we're opening through the chest here. So you've got the hands back, you've got the lift of the rib cage, look up, open the chest, let the elbows press back even more in your reverse prayer or hands to elbows. See if you can keep the hands on the outsides of the elbows and pull the shoulders down in all positions as you gaze up. And then you can release the hands and come down. Okay, that's very nice. Now, we're going to do just a little lengthening in through the mid-back. So I want you to come down onto your back and have the heels right underneath the bum, or as tight into the bum as you can be. And then holding on to the heels, just get them under there on this beautiful snowy day. And keep pressing into the feet. And send the knees out, away, and tuck the tailbone under. So if you just imagine if you had like a mouse's tail, and I'm pulling that tail out, and you keep pressing on the insides of the feet to scoop the tailbone out. The shoulder blades are back, you lengthen in the spine, and you stay with the breath. And you let the head rest back, and you breathe. And you keep opening through the chest. Keep on lengthening through the spine. Breath is steady. Great. Keep the tailbone reaching out. And then from there, you can take the arms out to the side. Pardon me. And just keep the press on the insides of the feet as you scoop the tailbone out. And then if that's nice, with the arms, take the arms overhead, palms to the ceiling. Keep pressing on the insides of the feet. And if you're finding you feel shorter in the neck, take the arms back and down under you and hold on to the heels. And always remember, if you can't get the heels, interlace the hands and press the backs of the arms into the floor as you send the tailbone out. And then you can release the arms, come wide, and then come on slowly down. Take the arms wide, and then just draw the knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. And then you can let the heels drop. Okay. Now, a really good counter stretch is to take the right ankle across, turn that right knee out, so you're in this position, and then take the left hand behind the left knee, pull the leg in, and let the upper body rest back. And you're going to keep that right knee rotating out. Pull the heel in as much as you can. Keep the bend of the elbows to pull the leg in, but your shoulders are back. Draw in as much as you can, keeping that right knee rotating out. Keep the weight of the head back, so you're relaxing the upper body. And then you may be able to take this left leg up. Hold on to the low leg. I can grab the foot. If you can grab the foot, that's great. I've got short legs. And you want to pull the leg towards you. And keep drawing in as much as you can. And then you can take that left leg down. Keep the right knee rotating away, and then exhale to the left. And keep that right knee rotating. You can gaze to the right. Keep the right knee towards the ceiling so you're not collapsing in, but you keep turned out. Arms out to the side, palms up to the ceiling. Gaze to the right so you can really open up a little bit more. Take one more breath. And then on the in-breath, draw back up. Now cross that right knee over. Maybe I can wrap. I'm a wrapper. You can wrap, but if you've got the ankle over, that's great. And then you exhale to the left. Gaze to the right. Let the right shoulder fall back as much as you can. Your hand may be well off the floor, that's okay. And then reach that right arm up, it's over here, on a diagonal, so I'll just show you from this side. You're coming up and over like this, reaching. And you keep that right arm reaching so you open through the side body. And then you can breathe in, draw back up. Great. Now, let's keep the knees crossed like this, and then cross over to the right, so you're still right knee on top. Left arm out to the side, gazing to the left, and really pull the legs down to the right, stretching off that left hip. You can gaze towards the left hand, opening through the left hip and side low back as you lengthen over. And stay with your breathing. In breath. And then you can breathe in, draw all the way back up. Hug the knees in, either behind the legs. If you can lift the upper body and hug in front, that's brilliant. So you're going to tuck your chin in, either way, whether you're hugging in front or back, and then round in through the spine to squeeze in through the organs of digestion. Pulling in breath, the elbows are bending, and then you can let the head back. Uncross in the air, the right knee, recross the left leg, and then let the legs down. Maybe that lower leg wraps, so again, I'm a wrapper, it wraps around. You're going to come over to your left, keep the right arm back. You're going into a deeper stretch of that right side and low back now. Reach the right arm up on a diagonal. Drop that right shoulder back. Stay with the breathing. Feeling everything open. Breath. And then breathing in, draw all the way back, coming over to the right side, and you can tip over to the right, and that left arm is just reaching out on a diagonal as you come across. And you get a really good reach out, opening through the chest and the shoulder, and let that left shoulder fall back as you stay with your breathing. And see if you can reach that left arm out a little further to open in through the left side. I just got my hip to let go there. And you want to keep the head resting back. And then you're going to breathe in, draw back up, coming over to this side. And one more time, come over to the left. Keep the right arm reaching up on a diagonal, opening through the chest on that right side. And then on your next in-breath, draw the legs back up. You can hug either in front or behind. See if you can tuck the chin, draw the legs in. Let the core be nice and strong. And as you tuck the chin, just feel the legs come in. And then you can gently release the legs down. Take the arms to the outside as you let your body down. Feel the tailbone heavy as you release into the floor. And then uncross that left leg. Okay, so we've just stretched right in through the side of the low back, so all that area. And as the upper body lets go, we're going to come back into that bridge lift. So I think this might feel longer. Your feet are hip width apart, and you press into the feet. You're sending the knees away. Interlace the hands. Move the hands down towards the ground as you send the tailbone out, lengthening through the spine. And just feel the backs of the arms press into the floor. And you let go. Now the gaze is to the ceiling, so you've got a gap underneath the back of the neck. So you do not tuck the chin, because that's a different pose altogether. And then you slowly lower by releasing the arms. Let the tailbone scoot out, lowering down. Relax the body. Pull the knees in nice and wide, and do a gentle rock side to side. And now we're going to come into one core exercise. So I want you to take the hands behind the head, draw the knees together, wriggle the shoulder blades under so the neck is really free, and then draw the knees over to the left. Breathe in, keep the knees kissing together, and then draw the knees over to the right, keeping the elbows back and the chest is open. And breathe into the middle again. Come on back, come over to the left, keeping the right elbow pressing back, and then pulling back to the center. And again, over to the right, and you keep the elbows pressing back to get a really good stretch in through the side waist and you draw back. And again, come on over. And then here we go. Drawing back again. And then you can let the heels down. Now take the arms down alongside the body. And then let the legs come out. Now, let the legs roll to the outside. Just stretch. Stretch the arms overhead. Stretch the fingers. Pull the toes back and reach out through the heels. Nice long reach here. And then we'll take the hands out to the side like a T, turning the palms up to the ceiling. And then we'll bend the knees once again. Take the feet to the outside edge of the mat. Let the knees bend over to the left. Press that top right knee away to stretch through the top of the thigh. Pressing the knee away. And then you can breathe in, draw back. Come on over to the right. Press that top left knee away. And then you can breathe in and draw all the way back. Then, if that felt great, feel free to do it again, and I'll show you another way to do it. You can bend the knees to the left, and then take the left ankle, take it above the right knee. That'll just give you a little bit more of a pull down in here, in through the IT band, hip flexor. Take the arm overhead, really reach, let the arm back. And then you can breathe in, come on back up, uncross. Bend both knees over to the right. Press the top left knee away. Take the right ankle above the left knee. Open. Pressing that left knee away. And then on your next in-breath, breathe in, uncross that ankle. Relax the arms to the side, and then you're going to let the legs out in Shavasana to let the feet roll out in relaxation. And just get your whole body on the mat. Oh boy, real trouble. And let your whole body rest back. Let everything go. Let your feet roll out in relaxation. Get your shoulders down and under, away from the neck. Palms turn up to the ceiling and naturally curl, and completely let go. And just let your body rest back. Feel the body release into the floor, coming into total relaxation, Shavasana. Remembering that the term Shavasana in Sanskrit means corpse pose, and I know how severe that sounds, but it's actually the ability to dive the physical body to return to the earth, to completely let go of all physical recognitions of the body, any ego attachments, ideas of how the body needs to be, releasing any noticings of tension so that you're really letting go of any thoughts, because the body will warn you if something's wrong. You can notice the sensations and breathe and let go, because again, the body will alert you if you need to bend your knees or something, if the body's tight in the low back. So Shavasana is the ability to be in the breathing and to completely let the physical body go. I'll leave you here, so just enjoy this complete release